Hey, Carol, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us today. And yesterday was a big day in court. Judge Gloria Navarro, on her own, came out and said she would be willing to consider a mistrial in this case. That's a big step. What did you think about that when you heard the news that, wow, there may be a mistrial in this case?
Well, first off, it makes a mom's heart really happy. You know, and my heart was just beating really fast, and it circled back around into the fact that the things that they had brought into court that she was using to declare a possible mistrial or a possible dismissal was things that they had been hiding, things that we as the Bundys have been saying all along. It was the truth. And I've always said, and all you people have heard me say many times, that the truth will set us free. And I think we as a Bundy family have been very consistent in our story, in our truth, because as one of my sons says, the beautiful thing about truth is it's so easy to tell. The story never changes.
Well, I have to tell you, it's my understanding that Judge Navarro, because one side that hasn't been consistent is the prosecution. And apparently they walked into court and said, there's no surveillance video. And it turned out there was surveillance. They said there was no FBI behavioral analysis done. And then it turned out there was a behavioral analysis from the FBI. They said absolutely no snipers deployed at the Bundy Ranch. And then it came out there were snipers. So the the government appears to be struggling with their narrative, flip-flopping. How do you feel about that?
Well, they're flip-flopping because they're not telling the truth. They're flip-flopping because we have seen with our own eyes, and we have video, and we have pictures of the very things that they said they didn't do. And so for us, once again, we gain strength from being able to look them in the eye and say, we saw the cameras, we saw the FBI, we knew what was going on, and we're not afraid to stand up for that.
Carol, let me ask you this. You are on the witness list, so you're not allowed, you're not permitted
No, I can't go in
the courtroom. How difficult is that for you? I mean, your husband's there, Ryan Ammon, Ryan Payne. How difficult is that for you as a mother, as the wife, to not be permitted in the courtroom to watch the day-to-day proceedings?
Well, you know, it's very hard for me, and I've actually begged to be taken off the witness list because in my heart I don't think that Judge Navarro wants to take the chance of having the mother and the wife, the matriarch, on her stand. But I'm finding out that it really doesn't matter because everything that the government is doing right now is under seal. So they are not even allowing the American people to know what's going on inside that courtroom because it's under seal.
I have to say, I think it's pretty interesting. The trial, I believe, is entering its 6th or 7th week, and the government is only on its 3rd witness. They're having some real struggles in moving this case forward. Let me ask you this. Ryan, Ammon, they are out on pretrial release for the first time in almost 2 years?
Almost 22 months.
Are you going to be able to have a Christmas with your family? And we'll talk about Cliven in a minute, but with Ryan and Ammon, it's a pretrial release, so there's certain conditions. How are you going to be able to spend Christmas this year?
The only way I can spend Christmas is if I go to each of their homes individually, because part of their pretrial release is that they don't communicate with one another, that they're not in the same room, unless it's an attorney meeting or their attorneys are with them. And so I know they filed with the judge that change comes, but whether she will answer that before Christmas, I don't know. But one thing I do know is that my little grandbabies are going to have their daddies home for Christmas, and for me, what? It's the best Christmas ever.
Well, Carol, I know that, let me ask you one question because I know that you have a very tight schedule today. You have millions of individuals from around the world, and I've seen the emails, I've seen the letters, and I have seen letters from Hawaii, Alaska, Florida, Montana, Utah, all over, sending you a note, sending you a check, just sending you a well wish. It's the Christmas season. What do you want to tell all the families, all the individuals who have supported you, your husband, your family? What would you want to tell them?
First, I'd like to tell them from my full heart, thank you. I have gained strength, and I have gained a lot of encouragement from each and every one of those letters and those emails that come to our family. And I would like to say Merry Christmas, because it is the Christmas season, and I'm looking for good things to happen soon. So thank you very much. Keep listening. Stay on the Bundy Ranch Facebook page. We're going to update as often as we can and let everybody know where we're headed, where we're going. And as I've said a million times before, the truth will set us free, and Bundys tell the truth. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol.